Good morning, guys. Lillian with Lily Ray's collection. I am back to continue working on this new printable template that I've created for fancy pockets, flips, and tags, and it is a horizontal journal. We've already completed the cover, the spine, the closure. We also completed a pocket back here. It has a pocket back here, one of the pages. This is going to have 6 pages and a flip out here. This is also a tag insert right there. So let's go ahead and continue with the next page. So what we are going to work on today, and this you will find in my Etsy shop. And I have that linked below. So let's go ahead and I will, we started with this, right? And I have so many thoughts going on in my head. I started with this, and it was a flap, and in the printable you'll see that it's a flap and it's connected. You can cut it if you want to make this a separate insert in one of the pages, because it does fit horizontally into the pocket. Or what I did was I just took this and closed it. I made some hinges on the side and then just closed it up. I also lined it before I closed it up with coffee dyed paper. So now you have a pocket and the actual mat for your pictures. And then this can be tied up with this ribbon and then inserted into your pocket. So we are going to add these pages. And when I created this printable, I guess it's easy if you work with double-sided paper. If you don't mind the white in the background, then you're fine. But I like the color on the opposite side as well. I think it dresses it up more. So what I did was I ran my the printable template onto the paper. So I have one that's the printable template. There's one that's plain, and then you get as a bonus with color. And so this is what you're going to be getting. And I just ran that page twice. I put it into the into the printer, let it run through, and then I just flipped it over and ran it through again and got these little mats. Now I did the line as faintly and as thin as I could, as the system would allow me, because when you run something in your printer one way and if you're not flipping it, well, I think that however you flip it, you have to flip it this way, you're not going to get the same size on one side as you did the other. So with that said, I'm just showing you so that you don't think that it's an error that you committed. You could barely see it, but I inked it with brown ink so that it's not as visible. See, this one's a little thinner, but remember, you're going to be putting pictures, and remember too that this is all homemade. See that? So that doesn't bother me at all. You're just going to face those down. Let me get my tape and we will be moving on. I tried to do it where I ran the paper through, added the color, and it's still the grid doesn't come out the same on both sides, and you can't flip it in the program. So It's not a big deal. I was just trying to get the easiest way that I could present that to you so that when you got your printables, you know what to do. So that's one. And of course this is double-sided so that you can put pictures on both sides. And I want to make this a Christmas album as well, which is what we're going to do next after this, after we complete this. So I try to make sure that I use my time wisely. I cut everything out in the first video, so everything is cut out for me. All I need to do is just pull in place, and then you have to think about your decorative elements, your embellishments, just to make it beautiful. This one will actually be in my Etsy shop. I love this mat, this heat resistant mat, but when you want to wipe something down, if it's not wet, you have a hard time pulling it. So I need a wet nap, yeah, a wipey. Not a big deal, just FYI. Okay, so now what I did also to move this along, I made a pencil line. I know you're not going to be able to see it because it's really faint, just so that I know if I line it up there, it should be even with everything else. But this one here is the, excuse me, I have the hiccups, is the last one that I may put down, because this one I cut just a little too short from here to here. Not a lot. I'll show you. See? So I'm going to leave that one for last. Everything else should work fine. Everything, you know, is dependent upon how you cut it as well. The lines are there, but if you're like me, you can't cut a straight line. These printables, they help a lot. Okay. That's what you call user error. I hope my head's not in the way. I'm trying to see my pencil line. It's so faint I can't see it. Okay. Let's see, did I pull it too over? Let me do it like this. I better stand up for this, because this is going to come out wonky, wonky, wonky. Here we go. Okay. If it's not too in, it's too far out. It's one or the other. Okay. That's good enough. It's a little scaly, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Okay. And I am going to put this one down. That is good enough for me. So you get here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You get about 30 pictures that you can put in here. And what I did was I used my faint ink. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a very, very light pink by Color Box. I'm a little hoarse today. I haven't been feeling well. And just inked it up. Okay, and so that's done. Now you have storage here. You have a pocket here. Let's see if, remember, this is all being tested. You can put it this way or the other way. This is all being tested right here. I created the printable on my system and I have not tested it. So any tweaking I will do once we go through this. I just wanted for you to see what my process is. So look, that fits perfectly. And it holds your pictures. You could, you know, if you wanted to, you could do 6 of these with the pockets, and you'll have a book just filled with Christmas photos. This is a tag that goes in here. So the page that we're going to create now is going to be for the photos. So we're going to do that next. I printed that out. I keep everything right in the back. I added a extra page. So I've really just prepped everything, which is normally what I do. Prep everything and then start adding to the book to make things go, you know, move a little faster. Also, I mentioned in my other videos, if you're going to ink it now before you put it down. And if you're going to use a flip on this, on either side, like if you're going to put a pocket here, flip towards each other, then now is the time to do it. It would be the easiest time. I made this so that you don't have to guess the center. You can just now put this, place this down, place this on top. You're gonna do this first. Well, let me show you first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. And I'm trying to keep these videos down to 30 minutes. And before I release the first one, I want to make sure that everything is complete and scheduled. This way I could move on to my next project. Okay. So I'm going to glue this first, this corner. Glue this on top so nothing gets stuck when you stick it in. When you stick your insert in, nothing gets stuck there. That's one. And place that back down. Let me move this up so that I stay in focus in camera. on this pocket, I'm good. This is the insert for here, so I'm gonna use that. So you have storage here that you can put into the pocket, so it's not gonna need it. This is the insert for this pocket. Maybe I'll just do an outside pocket. And I'm going to move it towards the top so that it doesn't interfere with the hinge. See that? Or you could center it if you wanted to. You still have enough room on either side. So that's going to go on the outside, so I don't have to worry about that interfering with anything. If you wanted to add a closure to this, you could use, this is the flip up, or the flip that I used, that I created for the pages. You would do it like that. So that's what I mean when I say go ahead and figure out what you're going to do with the page, because you can insert it into the center of the page or in between the page, sandwich it, and you wouldn't have a seam outside. You could do that as well. So you can actually do that and have the pocket moved up, and then you could actually put a magnet to close that, and then that would be your pocket and you have a tuck. Or you could just do it like this and have it up like that. What are we going to do? If you do it like this, you'll have more room to insert something larger than 3.5. If you do it here, it'll be even bigger. Either way, we need the magnet. I don't know what to do. Alright, let me get my magnets and I'll be right back. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is back this with this coffee dyed paper that I have. We're going to, let me put my magnet first so that my magnet is covered. So let's see. It's going to flip that way. So this doesn't have any backing. These are the Home Depot dies, which I don't care for. Ooh, they're so thick. Okay, let's put that right about there. I think I'm going to do the flip out there and kind of bring the pocket a little up so the closure would be there. Yeah. Okay. So I have some of this frog tape that my husband buys. It's excellent tape. So I'm going to put it here. So this is too thick. I just really don't like that. This magnet. Oh, excuse me. Let me see if I find my These gray magnets are so much thinner. I just really don't like that. These are from Amazon. When they sell them, when they have them, you gotta buy them out because they're hard to come by. Alright, so let me take this off and put this, I could use this for something else that's not as visible. Let me just put it there. So we're gonna take a minus and a plus. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So much nicer. Good golly, Miss Molly. Here we go. So I'm gonna put I guess it doesn't matter. The minus is gonna go here. So I have to make sure, I'm sorry, the plus is going to go on top. So this is going to be facing up. So that has to stay facing the way it is. Oh, let me use double-sided tape. Hopefully this is gonna work. Okay. Just gonna put that there. Make sure that cover is going to fall exactly where you want it to. That's good right there. Okay. There we go. So much better. Let me just double check. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take this and use do it on here. Oh, excuse my sniffles. I've been sick, my sister's sick, everybody's sick. This weather's been up and down. It was 15 degrees in New Jersey, 35 in Florida. I'm in Florida, my sister's in New Jersey. Actually, just put some. And this flap is going to be inside, so it's not going to affect anything. Let me do it this way. sprayer. Make sure the ends are down. And then let's see. Off that line there. And I have to, this I call double work, because I didn't remember to run my paper through before I cut it a second time on the back. So I don't usually create work for myself, but this time around I did. But this is how you remedy it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. In the meantime, I think that's good enough for it to stick down. This tape is pretty sticky. Let me go ahead and add some tape to this. Put that there by the fan so it could dry. Oh, and my daughter's sick too. Seems it's just going around. Gotta remember to wash your hands, and wash your hands. My first two videos are a bit long, excuse me, but I'm trying to keep them down to 30 minutes. So because those two are kind of long, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one down to 30 minutes. So what am I doing here? I need my book. I want to place my page down first, and this page has to go, let's see, so that one's going to go there. This has to go like this. Has to go down like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add the flap. It's still wet. Very wet. I'm going to cut this over here as well. Okay. Let me put on the tape. Actually, let me put the page down first. So, how are we going to do this? If I do it like this, then I could bring that over like that. Flip it over like this. And pull this last. I'm sorry, yeah, and pull that last, but on the other side. It's so confusing. Okay, gotta put tape on this side. And then I want to put the tape on the back of this and put sufficient tape. Actually, I want to put my page down so that it's steady before I, okay, let me just line it up with this one on the bottom. And then I'll just, maybe it has to go in a little more. Just like that. There's plenty of room there. This is the good thing about making your pages like this. You can line your pages up. Okay, let me just test that again. I want to put an extra strip of tape in here. On the very top. But before I close this, I want to put this down. I have to make sure that it doesn't interfere with this closing. So it has to be centered. So right about there. Oops. Okay. Now, I guess it doesn't matter on this side. I'm thinking about the pocket. I want it to look centered. So I'm just going to guesstimate over here. Bring it up a little bit. About there. I hope my head's not in the way. And that's 2 over. I think it's, let's see. Will it work? That's too close to the... If you pull it off slowly, it should come off. Let me just turn this. And if it doesn't, you can't see the inside anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just gently, gently, gently. Oh, I have to get this off. Okay. Let's try this again. It has to be right on the top of this. Maybe I should do this side. It's my angle. I cannot see. Okay. I think right there. Oh, goodness gracious. And this tape is really sticky. Oh my gosh. Good golly, Miss Molly. Maybe I should have put a pencil line. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. I didn't want this one as high as here, but we're gonna have to go with it. I can't take it out now. I could always trim it there a little bit. But for now, we're gonna leave it as is. There we go. Bring this page up. Burnish. And then we're gonna take this tape off. Bring this down. Like that. And then take this tape off. Let me fold that back. Okay, so I could see that this is going to be a little over. It's okay. That's going to conform. So what I will do is set the pocket now. The same way. Over to the top. Is this going to close? How come it's not picking up my magnet? What happened? If this happens, I hate it. Why doesn't that pick up the magnet? Does it need another one? Let me see. Or did I put it in the wrong way? It's not easy putting on these magnets. So that's supposed to go upward, right? And this is upward. I tell you, you gotta have patience to do these things. That's why I prefer not to work with magnets, because they're a headache. besides being costly. Oh, okay, so then this one, I guess, has to go like this. Yeah. No, this is gonna come down. No, it was right. It was right. If this is down like this, the magnet is supposed to hit like this. Maybe it's that the paper's too thick. It grabbed it there. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, I think it's... Let's try this again. Okay. Let's try it again. All right. So we know that's going to work. I feel like it needs another one, but I'm sorry it's taking so long, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're going to take this off. It should be the other way around so that it doesn't get stuck. One there. One there. I'm going to take these two off. And carefully bring this down so I could pull it. Like this. And then I'm going to place this down. Making sure it is straight. Perfect. Take this. And voila. That was, excuse me, I'm just wiping my nose. Okay. And then this you can just either continue to glue it or take an X-Acto knife and just right down the pike and rip it off. For now, I'm not going to touch it until it's completely dry, but our pocket is done there. And this is done, which is perfect. What happened? Oh, this doesn't look like it took. I need a longer. I have to squish it down the lip of the page. This. Okay, let's try that again. Let me see. Still not down. Okay. I just need something long to help me push that down. Okay. Once this gets in there and it lays on it, it'll help it to conform. So let me see if I can help it do that. Shouldn't be this difficult, but I know this fits. I know it. What else do I have? Let me try this ruler. That's gonna help it. Let me try it with this end on the bottom. There we go. Okay. Done and done. Oh, it may fit in here too. No, you know what? I think this is shorter. I don't even want to take it out. I think this is... It is shorter, actually. You can see it right there. So it won't fit in here. But that's okay, because we have a space for it. Alright, guys. I hope that was educational. Even though it was a long process, you have to stick to it, get it right until you see the results that you want. And I got the results that I was looking for. Tomorrow I will be back. As I said, I'm filming this back to back to make sure that this gets out in a playlist. Alright guys, and I'm going to go and post this in my Etsy shop as we speak. Thank you for joining me today. Hit the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive the next time I post. Just hit the bell on the, I think it's the right side. Alright guys, take care.